Hi, this is Paul the Hat Guy Flinders, just doing a note for you guys in the editing process. Just to let you know, there was a small error on my part while recording the show where we ended up losing about 10 minutes of footage, which basically means that part of the conversation jumps from one topic to another without warning. So I hope this doesn't interrupt the enjoyment of your show. I have put something in there to so you know where the one conversation ends and another one begins. Regular listeners will know what I mean. But anyway, enjoy the show and give us some feedback and let us know what you think. All right, on with the show.
The RAD podcast is intended for a mature audience. Listener discretion is advised.
And welcome to the RAD podcast, Random Mass Discussion, the podcast where anything is a topic and nothing is taboo. Joining me this week we have Alan Morrison.
Hello.
The lost one himself, Adam Cox.
I do.
We have the triumphant returns of the Scottish one, Xander.
How do.
And we have Darren.
Hey, I'm from a galaxy far, far away.
I would like to say nice and quiet while you've been away, Darren. Anyway, how have you been? It's been a while.
Well, I'm alright, yeah. I've been in a land far, far away, 600 years away, so in another galaxy, by the Andromeda Galaxy, so, you know.
What, Cleveland's?
Right.
You've been in Cleveland's?
No, Cleveland's is much better.
Oh, don't get me fucking started.
I don't get your... I don't understand this. Why you don't like Cleveland's? I think it's alright. It's Fleetwood I don't like.
It's fucking pointless. It's a pointless piece of area. It's a pointless area. It's a place where Blackpool should end and Fleetwood should begin. Cleveland's just one fucking road and a big B&M bargains. That is it.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it. Cleveland's.
Yeah, Cleveland's is the UK's version of Florida.
Where old people go to die. People. I thought that was St Anne's.
No, St Anne's
is where you get the posh.
I shouldn't say that because my mum's just got a flat in St Anne's, so...
It's not St Anne's, it's St Anne's. St Anne's.
Well, St Anne's is God's waiting room, isn't it? So... And
Living is...
Cleveland's afterward.
Hey?
They all got a Cleveland's afterward.
Yeah. That's where all the nursing homes are. So yeah, you got one street, nursing homes, and a big fuck off B&Ms, and you know the place is pointless when the biggest tourist attraction is fucking B&M bargains. That's the only reason I would ever go down that way.
What do you mean, Paul? You can pick up some great Reebok trackies.
Reebok trackies. Oh God.
There was a stall in the Cleveland's market that used to sell them when I was in college.
Oh fucking hell. How have I not noticed it? Because I went to the same college as you, and I used to pop into Cleveland every so often because there was a KFC there.
We'd walk down to B&M and get a shitload of sweets and then sit in our Friday lessons hyper as fuck.
So I take it much learning was undertaken in those lessons.
Not on Friday afternoon, no.
Oh God. Anyway, Xander, how have you been? It's been a while.
Yeah, not bad, mate.
You've been too busy or tired or a bit of both?
Busy mostly.
Yeah. So, have you been busy chucking trees out of roads again?
Nope. Busy doing the brakes on the car. moving stuff around the house, that kind of stuff.
You see, Xander's way of what he means is, by fixing his brakes, is he carries spare logs in the back of his car. When he needs to slow down, he reaches in the back and throws one in front of the car and hopes that will slow the car down.
No, I use children. I don't use logs.
So technically, you're the anti-child catcher.
Yeah.
You don't catch him, you just throw him.
Child get ridder.
He's the child catcher on rewind. He's the anti-Jimmy Savile.
But apart from that,
fucking hell.
not too much.
To be fair, in
Playing
work
Mass
the other day-
Effect.
Completed it.
Yeah.
I've got it, played it. I'm struggling to get into it, if I'm brutally honest. I know that's sacrilege,
Oh, no. After a certain point, that was me hooked.
Yeah, I would say the same thing.
but I've been playing.
The Hungarians, and that was it. I was hooked.
See, I've met them as well.
Chaos, it was just fine.
I've met them as well, but for some reason I banged into the stumbling block that was the Sony Easter sale and picked up F1 2015 for £7. So I've been playing that and I've been much less fun with that. But I'm not saying it's a bad game, it's Mass Effect. It's something that's more fun to me has come along, which is a shame.
See, I timed it just right because I completed it. I'm thinking, shit, I want to play another game. NHL 17 just appeared in the EA Sports Vaults. Oh, to have a bash at that. That is addictive.
Fair enough. Coxy, have you played anything recently?
Himself?
Apart from yourself.
The only thing I've gone back to is I got Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2 on the PlayStation sale.
Oh, yeah.
The store sale, so I've been going back and playing through those.
Oh, fair enough.
So.
Good games.
Fair dues. So anyway,
You've not even asked me how I am, you bastard.
Oh, well... Fair enough. Okay, Alan.
How dare you?
Precious.
I'll stick up for you, Alan. I'll stick up for you.
Get to fuck.
Sounds a little bit gay.
Once. That is the only time I ever do that for you. Ever. Never again. That's it. It's you to get the one.
You get one for free. Even I didn't get that one for free. I had to let him stay. I had to let him come to my house and watch the F1 because he didn't have Sky. Well, that's why I paid for it. But anyway,
people who don't understand, we got picked on by Paul the other day on Facebook chat. So about we couldn't make it. Daz and I couldn't make it because we were working. And he was saying, that's where you get having shitty jobs. And I turned around and says, no, we've got exactly the same job as you, just we get everyone pissed before they have a mental breakdown. So I stuck up for Daz there. So
the thing is,
it's my favourite slightly because I just went, well, fuck you. At the same point, the only excuse where our friend Matt decided to come round to mine to have strong, stern words about this. It's like, I'm coming round. He goes, well, okay, why? What have I done? You sticking up for Daz. What's that all about?
Oh, fucking hell. Anyway, how's your plans been? What have you had? I'll start that question again. What have you done this weekend?
Well, I've sorted out our new residential home for the podcast when we do pubcast, shall we say. So we've been invited by my venue to try out some the new menu that we've just released. So we'll listen soon, where we'll be sat round eating food, telling how good it is, and basically we've been adopted.
Yeah, so if people on the Facebook group will already know this, and maybe on the Twitter, because I did put something on Twitter, but we have actually been offered to try the menu at Reflex at the Foxhall, so that's in Blackpool. So I'm chuffed with that. You know, I'm always quite happy. I'm not going to knock back free food, so.
And we get like decent internet.
Yay! What's that? But yes, otherwise, Oh, I didn't say, Coxy, what have we been doing this weekend? Just gone.
Regretting life.
Yeah, regretting many, many life decisions that we kind of made on a very, particular Saturday morning.
Well, yeah. Well, to sort of reword it, making poor life choices.
Yeah, very much so. Making very,
Poor
very,
life
very
choices because you can't handle it.
Yeah, because
it was not nice. But backstory to this, obviously, when we was WrestleBox, we challenged the Lost Art of Podcasting to the 10-minute burn challenge. Now, unofficially, we kind of did it without really saying anything, didn't we, Coxy?
About 2 weeks prior.
Yeah, I mentioned it about 2 weeks prior, but we just decided we got kind of talked into it, didn't we, by the store holder?
Yeah.
And yeah, he got kudos points for us by telling Darren to man the fuck up. So
I was like, no thanks.
I like this guy. Can we get him on the podcast?
He's a fucking properly cool fella. But yeah, we did the 10-minute burn after we tried a few of his sauces. And Coxy was, let's just say Coxy was a little bit worse for wear after the 10-minute burn. Somehow I wasn't too bad, was I, Coxy?
Well, you seemed alright until you did the...
You see, you worked out what this one was actually called.
Yeah, it was called Hell Unleashed.
Hell Unleashed, and it was like the hottest... It wasn't even a saucer, was it? It was an extract.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, so there wasn't actually any flavour to it. It was just pure, unadulterated heat. And he basically you meant to bear in mind, you meant to get this on a cocktail stick and just very slowly add it to whatever you're eating, like a sauce or whatever. This guy decided to smear, I think, 3 cocktail sticks onto small part of a Jacob's cracker. 3 fucking smears. So I thought, okay, that's no problem. Just shoved it in my mouth like it was nothing. And I was absolutely fine until I coughed. When I coughed, I'm going to say it was possibly the worst experience I've ever had in my life.
Let's get kicked in the balls time and time again.
Mate, I would have took being kicked in the balls repeatedly.
Oh, challenge accepted.
Wait, you might fucking regret those words, Alan. Just wait a second. But yeah, I coughed. It went all into my nose, into my sinuses, and into my ears.
Well, it's one way of cleaning it out.
Yeah. I think I floated from where we were stood near the church on St John's Square to the shop where we got the milk. I think I may as well floated. Because I actually have no recollection from going from A to B. All I remember vaguely is shaking the guy's hand on the way past.
Well,
in absolute pain. In absolute searing pain. And then if I remember correctly, me and Coxy, we went to get some milk, didn't we?
We went to Co-op, and before I could even pay for it, you'd already chugged half of yours.
Yeah, I'd already drank half of mine.
And then... We got outside, you were killed over the bin, and you just looked at what you were like pointing at West Coast going, we need to go there.
Yeah. This is true. I was actually in panic mode, I think, at the time, because the English language was like it was foreign to me at this moment in time. So I was just like, just pointing over at West Coast Choc Cafe. So Coxy's there like, what? Just pointing over at the West Coast Choc Cafe. So we both stumbled over, and I couldn't even order my milkshake. Coxy had to order my milkshake for me, because I was like,
Sounds like you're pissed.
I may as well have been, mate. Honest to God, I was completely out of it.
You know, it's quite funny because I'm a massive fan of Man v Food, and it was yesterday. I looked at them and, on this day newsfeed on Facebook, I posted. I think it was about 5-6 years ago. I posted a video of the fella eating. The name, well, basically they're called 5 Wings of Death, and they use, similar to how you said about the extract of the of the chili oil, and they mixed it into a sauce mix and coated the wings of these chicken wings. So the guy was like, right, you have, what was it, an hour to eat 5 of the wings. He only managed to eat 1.5. Now, this is the guy who loves anything hot sort of thing. So I'm just sat there thinking to myself, oh, that's kind of a coincidence that's cropping up and you guys are stuffing your chili stuff. So it's like, oh, talk about timing. But seriously, I've much respect for the pair of you for doing that, actually. Well done, doing it for the team.
Right, well, the thing is, though, the RAD team won. Just, I think really by default, because I took on the hotter ones, and Coxy very wisely dodged it. So it was more like a hollow victory, if anything. But yeah,
well, you guys bought something and took it back. That's all that matters.
Well, we did. We bought something. So, but yeah, we went to West Coast Charco. Obviously, we did our video where we was absolutely worse for wears, which you can see on our page. There's a few videos as well. If you check our page and if you check Lost Arts page, there's a few videos of me and Coxy trying a few bits and bobs. And if you look up, I'm going to have to share it on the page as well. There is an actual video from the Blackpool Gazette of me and Coxy when there's the aftermath of us having the hot sauce.
What?
The actual aftermath. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun watching. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, highly recommend going because apart from obviously the stupid hot sauces that you can try, if you're an absolute fucking nutter like we were, you can try them. But at the same time, there's other bits and pieces that you can do and try, such as like for example the vodka shot that we tried. We had chili in it.
The chili vodka's ace. There's a bar in Durham.
This was ghost pepper vodka.
Yeah.
There's a bar in Durham called the Angel Inn. And they have what's called the Chili Challenge. So basically, in under 2 minutes, you're supposed to have 3 shots of chili vodka with 2 fire sticks as well. So the idea is you take the shot, you eat the fire stick, you take another shot, you eat the fire stick, and you have the last shot. And you've got to do it in under, I think it's like under 10 minutes or something. And you get a free T-shirt and you get a picture put up on the board. So back in my uni days, as it were, we all did this. Now, fire sticks, a pepperoni fire stick's nothing. It really isn't. Even Paul will back me up on this.
The fire sticks are a piece of piss.
Yeah, but the chili vodka, what they do, they make their own. They literally chuck in a shit ton of chilies and let it stew for like a week. Then they take the chilies out and give you the vodka.
Nice.
So it's just like delightful. That hurts, but I think the idea with the fire sticks, it kind of carries on the heat sort of thing.
Yeah,
so, it's good fun. So I love chili vodka. I think it's brilliant.
Well, as well as chili vodka as well, there was also like food stalls and things like that. I mean, there was like monstrous like lamb and mint like pies, and they were like they're like 4-inch deep, aren't they?
Wow. Ridiculously
thick, and it was like really, really, really nice. So there's stuff there for everybody. You don't have to be like a hothead, as the Gazette like to call it, to do it all. But there's like other things like chili jams. There was like mild sauces, really hot sauces, and stuff in between. So it was a bit for everybody there. So it was actually, I really enjoyed it. What did you think, Coxy?
It was like the previous year. There was more chili stalls.
But I hear it was a different festival.
Well, yeah, they seem to be trying to turn it into more of like an actual, more of like a food festival. It seems like rather than an actual chili festival.
Yeah.
But the stall I'm glad the actual chili pepper company stall was there because they had the 10-minute burn sauce. Like last year they had the Grim Reaper food store was there. And that's where I bought the sauces from last time.
Yeah, which is what I was looking forward to seeing, but unfortunately, like you say, they weren't there.
The Ghost Pepper Vodka, I remember being there last time. The stall that did that other sauce you liked, I can't remember the name of it. Was it the
Chili Pepper Company one?
No.
Dare You Foods.
Was it that one?
I think it was Dare You Foods.
Yeah, they had that. Was it Haitian something that you quite liked?
Yeah, it was lovely. Yeah. That was nice. It wasn't that hot though. It was just nice. It was a bit of heat there, but it was really nice. So
well,
yeah,
that's it. A good chili should be all about the flavour, and with a nice heated afterkick. That's what a good chili should be. So yeah, awesome.
But yeah, it was nice. I enjoyed it. So Coxy, are we doing it again next year?
I believe so.
Yes, we are.
I'm steering well clear of fucking 10-minute burn though.
Well, the thing is though, we've done it, Coxy. Me and you have done it.
No.
Alan hasn't.
No.
I'll do it.
No.
You know I'll do it.
So,
No.
RAD.
What I'll do is I'll book that day off work.
Good,
the chili
do it.
fest next year.
Hold
I'll
on.
book it.
Daz, you're saying no. You've got a bottle of HP to do, mate.
Yeah. You're wait.
I'll have nominated you for a bottle of HP.
Right, why would anyone do that? That bird looked crazy.
Well, she did 2 bottles. You only have to do 1.
You can sod off. You're the food
HP sauce
guy.
not even spicy.
That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah.
I was just thinking exactly the same thing. It was like, wait a minute. Are we thinking of the same damn thing?
It's not that hot.
Well, yeah, but
No.
at Chili Fest, Darren's answer, when the guy was trying to get him to try stuff, Darren's answer was, I found HP too hot.
To which point he responded with, "Oh, man up, man the fuck up."
Pussy.
Yeah.
And I went, no thanks, I'm alright. The guy was evil. But he had a whale over time.
Oh, with these sort of events that they do, that's the whole point of them, apart from advertising their products, is they're there to have a good time.
Yeah, it's pointless doing it if they're not there to have a good time. Speaking of which, Alan, obviously... Go on, Coxy.
Well, I was going to say, I did send the video over to Devonshire Idiot for them to have a look at. Their YouTube channel. They both found it hilarious. And so give them a subscribe if you're on YouTube. Yeah,
look up Devonshire Idiot. It's fucking cracking little channel. Yeah, well, me and Coxie were talking about it on the way back while we was recovering. I nominated you, Alan, to do the 10-minute burn RAD versus Lost Art challenge. You are that next year's nomination.
Yeah, I'm up for it. Find out the dates for the festival, and I'll do it.
Yeah, so there you go.
I was going to say, this is me who quite happily munches on chilies like they're nobody's business.
There you go. So, yeah, so we have our nomination.
2-0.
So Alan Morrison is down for the 10-minute burn. So, but yeah, just to warn you, obviously, Coxie, which we need to really talk about the aftermath, don't we, Coxie?
Oh, it was horrible.
Yeah, you already chundered while he was already still in West Coast. So
he threw up.
He had to chunder.
That must have hurt on the way back up.
Surprisingly, it didn't. But I had a pint of milk. I had about 3/4 of Paul's pint that he was like just still sort of nursing.
Yeah.
I had a second pint and I had a milkshake when we got into West Coast Chalk.
Well, no wonder you chundered.
I had everything I had the same as he did, minus the 3/4 of the pint that he pinched off me, which I was about to drink when I was having that hot one, and it's gone, it's all gone.
Aww.
So I was like, oh no, what do I do? So, but yeah, I had that. I was absolutely fine in West Coast, wasn't I? I wasn't too bad. After I'd recovered, after the initial shock of it.
The sweats.
I had the sweats, but other than that, I wasn't too bad.
You were also shaking quite a bit like myself.
When we got in there, yeah, we had the shakes and the sweats. And
those guys must have done business at the West Coast milkshake place. Must have did good trading on Saturday.
We did walk in. We went in co-op, and we both looked worse for wear.
Yeah.
And one of the guys we walked past one of the guys stacking one of the shelves in the fridges, and he shouts into the back. He's like, "We need more milk."
Yeah, because Barry Coxie was like, I'm walking around, Barry Man, I'm like this.
We walked into West Coast Chalk, and the girls was like, "Are you all right?" I'm like, "No,
we're not all right." She was like proper. It was one step further, and she would have been fucking mothering us. It was that bad. But yeah, Coxy, I think you got over the worst of it by the end of the West Coast, hadn't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the worst for me was to come. Because...
Shit.
No. No, the shit was the relieving bit because I knew it was leaving the body. What happened next was horrific, mate. Because I remember I was absolutely fine until about 5:30, 5 o'clock at night. And I went to go and have my tea, and I had about 2 mouthfuls of my tea. And the next thing you know, I had the worst stomach cramps and stomach pains I had ever had in my life. Every time I ate something, I just creased up. At one point, I think 2:30 in the morning, the next day, I was lying on the floor in my bathroom in the fetal position. I was in that much pain. I had to get
no pictures. Oh.
No pictures. No. I had to go.
Bad job.
Yeah, that's a fucking awful job.
Indeed.
Did you all fucking sweaty cowering in the corner of your bathroom?
Oh, fucking hell. But I had to get myself downstairs. I think I had 2 pints of milk. Brandon's just had a brew. 2 pints of milk, and then I ended up chundering it at nearly 3 o'clock in the morning. And I felt instantly felt better. So
I'll give you a trick of the trade when you're having hot stuff like that. Buscopan.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It's for IBS sufferers. Right? So if you're having like the 10-minute chili challenge or anything like that, always have Buscopan handy with you for the next 12 hours.
I wish I'd had some sort of Alka-Seltzer to neutralise my stomach.
Because what Buscopan does, it's an anti... it's for IBS sufferers. It relieves any tension or... what's what I'm looking for? I can't think of Tom Hayes. It relieves the pain and the suffering in your stomach.
Mm.
So, more fool you for not realising that.
This is it. But the thing is, though, it got to the point at one point I think it was like 8 o'clock at night. I nearly asked my partner to ring 111. I was in that much pain.
God.
I was actually in that much pain. It was horrific, and I don't recommend anyone trying that challenge. 10-minute burn, absolutely. But the one step above... If the same guy asks you, do you want to try something a little bit hotter? Don't act like a dickhead like I did and went, oh, yeah, go on then, I will. Don't. Just don't. Just say, no, I'm fine with a 10-minute burn. I will take this punishment as, being stupid enough to try something this hot. I will not make it worse. So, it wasn't fun. I won't be doing it again. Alan will. But I won't be doing it again. I think I've paid my price, as has Coxy. So, absolutely. I think we'll tag somebody else in. You just need to... Do you think Christ will do it, Coxy?
Possibly. He's probably see the reaction video of me first before he'll probably say, yeah, I'll do it. And he'll watch the video and go, right.
Figure so. As soon as he says he's done it, he's locked in. Remember, then show him.
Yeah, true.
Oh God Almighty! So yeah, that's what happened at Chili Festival. So next time we go down, we'll announce it. Come and say hi. Come watch Alan, burn his face off, and it'll be fun.
That'll be great. Don't you worry.
Aye.
Bring my supplies.
Bring your supplies. Fucking hell.
All you need, all right, to do any of these challenges, you need your mandatory milk, a decent ice cream, and because to keep that cooling as well as the neutralising the burn, and above all, a good beer.
Here's the kicker for you, Alan. I've just remembered that after you just said about ice cream. Me and Coxy came out of West Coast, walking around and was like, do you know what would have been fucking helpful? An ice cream just as we come off. There was no ice cream place. As soon as we come out, there was a fucking a bike with ice creams on it.
Yeah.
As we come out after we would have been to West Coast, like that would have been fucking ideal straight after.
Yeah, told you.
But
to be fair, all this before, so I know what I need to do.
To be fair, I think me and Coxy would have dived headfirst into the thing, so...
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Speaking of food, we're going to keep on the food topic. Me and Coxy were talking about pot noodle at one point, I think that same day. And I want to know what your guys, if you like pot noodle, what your favourite flavours of pot noodle are. I'm going to start with the man that...
Curry.
Oh, original curry.
Yep, the original curry.
It's a good shout. Why?
Because it's amazing. It tastes really, really good.
I suppose that's a good enough reason for anyone else. Coxy. No, go on. Go, yeah, Coxy.
Currently, it has to be sweet and sour. But my old favourite used to be the CD Sanchez.
CD Sanchez? You have to remind us about that one.
It's the Mexican one.
I remember that.
It rings a bell with me, but I don't quite remember it.
Yeah, it came out called the CD Sanchez, and then sort of everyone went, you can't really call it CD. And then you just went, yeah, you've got a point. We'll just change it to the Mexican one or something like that. And it got discontinued for whatever reason.
Oh, that's a bit shit.
So.
Oh, fair point. Darren, what was yours? Or is yours?
I'll just be a boring. I'm just beef and tomato, me. Mind you, I have had the curry one before, and I've thought it was quite nice. But
was it not too hot for you?
I have it, I've always got to have 2 pieces of bread and butter with it. Otherwise, it's not. Otherwise, I don't eat a pot noodle. 2 pieces of bread and butter with the pot noodle.
Fuck off, pot noodle. Just have a pot noodle.
So 2 pieces of bread and butter with it.
2 pot noodles.
Yeah, I know.
No, I was saying that if I get handed the chicken and mushroom, you know, it usually comes with a soy sauce pack.
Yes, it does.
I normally go and get the bottle of soy sauce and just add extra into it because there never seems to be enough.
Oh, fair point. Fair enough. Like you, Xander.
For as much as I eat pot noodles, I actually prefer soba. You know that.
Yes, I have tried soba and it was fucking lovely.
To be fair, it's either the Bombay Bad Boy or the chicken and mushroom. But
good lad.
Again, with the chicken and mushroom, I always add my own soy sauce into it. You know, a nice bit of dark soy into it instead. Because the one that they give you is shit.
Yeah, fair point. I will second that. My favourite is the Bombay Bad Boy. Absolutely love it. I'm just, like I say, I'm just a he head when it comes to end of the dates. I just, like I say, there's that.
You done fucked up now.
But yeah, we may as well go on to taste testing. But yeah, I've got 3 flavours of rock in front of me. We have fish and chips flavour, as mentioned last week. Scrumpy cider, miserable Scrumpy Jack. And Jaeger Bomb flavour.
Right.
Now, I want you guys to tell me which one you want me to try first.
Fish and chips.
Jaeger Bomb.
Fish and chips.
There we go, casting vote. Fish and chips is first. Don't worry, they're all going to get tried. So, yeah, this one is it's like a yellow and orange like stripes diagonally. We'll just, if you can hear me unwrapping it up. Now, unwrapping it. Hope you guys
can stay down in one, can you?
Not really with a piece of rock, no.
Yeah. He's used to that. A big stick going down in one.
Oh, it snapped in half and fell on the floor.
That's what most girls say.
Well, I do have that problem when it does hit the floor when I'm stood up. But yeah, I'm just going to give it a quick sniff. Doesn't actually smell of anything. Just smells of sugar. So yeah, I'm going to bite this now. So yeah, you ready? This is fish. This is fish. Hey, Xander's back just in time for the rock tasting. So this is
a fish supper.
Yeah, this is the fish and chips flavour rock.
Ew.
So here we go. Oh, that's not that. Did you hear me crunch that?
Yeah.
I did.
Right. You get like when you bite it, you get like a sweet sort of like taste, and then you get through to like a savoury sort of. It doesn't taste like fish and chips at all, by the way. I don't know what that fucking tastes like. Get that out of my mouth.
That's what your missus says.
Oh, God. Yeah, there's like a sweet flavour. And in the middle of it all, there's like a savoury flavour as well at the same time.
What do you expect? You're eating a pure sugar.
Well, this is it, but it's weird because these funky flavours I can imagine working if there's sort of like a sweet sort of flavour potentially. Like, for example, the Fizzy Cola one was amazing. So, yeah, I can imagine them working that way. But when you're trying to mix in savoury flavours, they're just there to, I'm imagining they're just like to trick your friends and things like that. That one's grim. That is not nice. It's not as bad as garlic bread, because garlic bread nearly made me vom.
I want fish and chips now.
So, yeah, we'll put that one aside. I'm just going to cleanse my mouth with Iron Brew. Just to...
Iron Brew?
Yeah, get rid of that taste. Disgusting. There we go. That's that gone. So now we have... Seeing as Xander was away for that moment, he can pick the next flavour. We have... Scrumpy cider flavour, or Jaeger bomb flavour.
Jaeger bomb.
Jaeger bomb it is. So yeah, this one is a red. It's like a green colour with like a red diagonal sort of stripe going around it. So
it looks like a bottle of Jägermeister.
Pretty much. It's all snapped. Luckily, I managed to keep a bit. Right, so this potentially could be quite nice. So, let's have a sniff. They're pretty much... Oh, there's sort of like a Jaegery smell to it. Very faint, but it's there. Right, let's give it a whirl. Right, I'm going to bite it now. Right, you can hear that?
Yeah.
No, do it again.
It sounds like broken teeth.
Well, first off, do you want to taste the fish and chips one again? Well, we're unsure about
that. Yeah, Xander didn't hear
it. It just tastes sweet.
Well, what do you expect? It's cough syrup.
There's not really much to say about that one. It's not amazingly pleasant, but it's not disgusting either. It's just generic sweet flavoured sort of tasting. It's not too bad. That's not too bad. I might eat that one while I'm editing. That's not too bad, that one.
Just while you're setting up the next one, I went in that rock shop between the Sea Life Centre and Pirate Golf.
Oh yeah.
The other day. I popped my head in to see what they had, and they had stuff like there was cream egg flavour.
Cream egg flavour.
Oh
wow.
There was one thing that just decided ganja flavoured.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Spoiler alert, Coxy, by the way, I did buy 4 more and cream egg flavour is one of them.
Probably the same supplier.
But what else did I got? I can't remember what else I got. It'd be surprises anyway. But yeah, now I have Scrumpy cider flavour. Now this is like... Yep, this is a red and green stripes, basically, going diagonally. It's basically obviously the colours of apples. Give it a quick sniff. Can't open this one up for some reason. Come on, you bastard. Open.
You bastard.
You bastard.
You're a like farmer, you do. You're eating...
There we go.
Jack.
There we go. Right.
He's in.
I'm in. Right. Let's give it a sniff.
That's what she said.
That was funny the first time round.
This one is a lot more accurate smelling wise to what it should be. Fish and chips didn't smell like anything like fish and chips. Jaeger bomb did sort of smell very faintly like Jaeger. This one still fairly faint, but it does smell a lot stronger of cider. So, right, let's give it a whirl. This could either be really nice or absolutely fucking horrific. I can't see it being in between. Right, I'm biting it. Oh, very soft.
Yeah.
Maybe. I think that one might be slightly open for a bit. But it's not changed the flavour, and that is extremely nice. That is actually really nice. I'm going to try it from the other end and see if it's... I think that end's been sealed better. I think it's been opened. You know when the rock goes soft? Yeah, it's soft at that end as well. It's soft, so I'm not going to eat it, but... Yeah, it's quite nice, that. Yeah. So, massive thumbs up for Scrumpy. Jaeger is passable. Fish and chips is fucking disgusting. So, that's the Hat Guy verdict on the rock for this week.
Rub it all together.
Oh, fuck off. You madman. So, next week, I'm trying to think of the flavours that I've got. I have cappuccino flavour, hot chili flavour, and ice cream flavour to come next week. So they're the ones I'll be trying next week on the podcast. And this week we do actually have a bonus thing to try, which is I'm going to close out this first half of the show with, is the details of what I'm going to try straight after the interval. Is something Coxy and I spotted in the Poundland while we were suffering at the weekend. Coxy, why don't you introduce it?
Well, you had the two evils, if anything, essentially.
Yeah.
So I decided to be a full-on try and make you go for the shitter one.
Yes, he did.
Which is, you'll have to remind me of the make, because I can't remember what make it was.
It's called Churchfields. It's a company called Churchfields.
So yeah, this is, this will be, when we return after the break, Churchfield's pulled pork.
In a can. Smoky barbecue pulled pork. Slow
You know
cook.
it's quality if it's in a can.
Exactly.
So the thing is, are you eating it cold or are you going to heat it up?
I'm going to heat it up, which is why I'm doing it. I'm going to heat it up during the interval.
But before you ruin it, take a bit out cold so you can try both of them.
Get fucked. But yeah, it's slow cooked pork smothered in a sweet barbecue sauce. Sounds delicious. Ingredients. What's rather unnerving is the fact that pork is only 50% of the ingredients.
So it's anus.
50%.
So I think it might be some percentage penis. Yes.
No, I said anus, not penis.
Anus and penis, probably a bit of both.
Close enough.
It says no hydrogenated fat. Oh, so I'm not going to have. No, that's healthy, I suppose. It does not contain allergens. Well, by the sounds of it, I might be allergic to pulled pork after this. Apparently, you can microwave it for 4.5 minutes in 700-watt microwave. So,
Well, if it's only 50% pork, what's the rest of the other 50%?
well, we'll go with that. So we've got water, sugar, modified cornstarch, glucose, salt, tomato paste, molasses, whatever that is, dextrose, molasses, yes.
Yeah, basically it's the extract of sugar cane. So it's the raw ingredient for sugar, and it's what you make good rum out of.
Fantastic. Dextrose, citric acid, smoke flavouring, colour, which is plain caramel, onion flour, chili powder, garlic powder, and oregano powder.
Is the pork mechanically removed?
Doesn't say. No doubt it will be. It's Poundland, mate. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to this.
Did the pulled pork die a good death, or was it a bad death?
No, it died a fucking pig, you cretin.
How much did it get pulled?
How did the pulled pork die?
Pork and not dog.
How did the pulled pork die? Mummy, where does beef come from? The supermarket.
I go to the butcher myself.
Sorry, Daz, you fell right into that.
Daz, this is another Dazism.
Well, how did the pulled pork die? As a pig?
Was it a good death?
I don't know,
Was
ask
it
the
2
pig.
days from retirement, was it? Because that's
No,
the
it
worst one.
It was taken out, molested, then shot.
Is it a Jimmy Savile
No,
death?
you know what? No. You know what it is? Xander's run out of children. He started using farm animals as brakes. That's how it died.
Where David Cameron's been chasing after him.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, on that bombshell, we'll call it a good ending to part 1, and we'll be right back after these short messages and after I've warmed up this canned dead pulled pork. Right, I'll be right back.
Hey, this is Coxy, reminding you to check out the Lost Art of Podcasting. We cover reviews, interviews, listener topics, our own topics. We even take a general look at life and the world around us. So I'll find the Lost Art Podcasting on Spreaker, Stitcher, iTunes, even YouTube, and all of our good podcast places.
Support the RAD podcast by finding us on Facebook, and then you can find us on Spreaker, Stitcher, iTunes, YouTube, and all good podcast catchers. Our Twitter handle is @UKRAD Podcast. Don't forget to follow our friends at The Lost Art of Podcasting. You can also find them on Facebook, Stitcher, YouTube, iTunes, and all other good podcast catchers. Their Twitter handle is @LostArtPodcast. Also, don't forget to follow their spin-off show, The Lost Art of Wrestling. It's also on Facebook and Stitcher, iTunes, etc. And their Twitter handle is @LAOW Podcast. Don't forget to also follow our friends at These People Podcast. They are on Facebook, iTunes, and Spreaker. They have their Twitter @TP Podcast, and they have their website at www.thesepeoplepodcast.com. And also, don't forget to catch the Casa Mirth podcast. They have a website at www.casamirth.com, and also their Twitter handle is @CasaMirth. You can find them on iTunes and Stitcher and other good podcast catchers. And also, don't forget, if you're in Blackpool and are looking for a great night out, head to Reflex in Blackpool, situated at the Vauxhall. It is the home of 60s, 70s, 80s and 90s music, and there's a great family bar and restaurant upstairs. So for a great evening of fun and amazing food and nostalgic music, head to Reflex at the Vauxhall. And now it's back to the RAD podcast. Hi, and welcome back to the second half of the RAD podcast. We've had to say goodbye to Coxy because the jammy bastard's off to go and see the midnight premiere of Guardians of the Galaxy 2, so...
What?
Yeah, so...
But
Yes, indeed,
gonna
so...
watch it like this week.
So, yeah, he's off to see that. In the meantime, while we was away, I went and cooked the pulled pork that we was talking about, and I've tried to pull it apart, and it's just fell off into chunks. So it's not really pulled pork. So
Use 2 forks.
Yeah, I did use 2 forks. It just went into chunk pork rather than pulled pork. So,
So
yeah,
technically, hang on one sec. So technically, Dad, it's a chunk pork, not a pulled pork. So you have to have chunk pork died.
Yeah, the chunk pork died, not the pulled pork.
Did it die? Did it leave any children?
No, unfortunately, it lived a very, 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 very lonely life in the Poundland. So, but yeah, it was very greasy when it went in. It was like white lumps, as you guys saw. It was like white lumps of fat. The smell, to be fair, when I was cooking it was quite nice. But that's obviously the sauce, though. But yeah, I've got, like I say, basically chunks of pork in sauce here. It's like a barbecue sauce. So, yeah, no, may as well just try it. It's falling to bits here, there, and everywhere, though. So, there is obviously I can see it being pulled pork, but obviously, rushing around and shit, I've not actually done it properly, probably. So, but yeah, it's warm. That's the main thing. So, right, I'm going to try it anyway and see what it's like. Blow it.
Good luck.
Okay.
Down in one.
Yeah, the whole point.
Just slide it in.
That's what she said.
I'll be honest with you, it's not terrible.
Oh,
I wouldn't want to eat lots of it.
well, you're gonna.
I'm going to eat another piece, though. I mean, it's falling to bits now, like proper pulled pork, so...
I don't get pulled pork. It was a fad. Everyone wouldn't it?
It's something like, for me, that you put on the top of a burger.
Yeah, pulled pork.
Yeah.
Pork's amazing.
Yeah, pulled pork done properly is really good.
Pulled pork, all pulled pork is, it's a slow roasted joint with a smoky barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
The problem is most places use boneless joints, and you need the bone in it for proper pulled pork as well.
Yeah, I have to second that. This is obviously a boneless one.
It's like brisket. Wow, I absolutely love brisket.
I never had brisket.
Why?
Because I'm poor.
It's cheap. No, you can get a decent brisket or a decent joint for pulled pork cheaper than you get for most cut meat.
Alright, fair enough. I'll have to give it a whirl. See if I can find it.
Especially if you have a slow cooker, it's cook it in that.
Which I do, so... Yeah, I'll have to do that then. Brisket in the slow cooker.
My butcher sells meat cheaper than Tesco's and all that.
It's not bad.
It's far better quality as well. That's what it's like mostly up here.
Oh, fair enough. Do you know what? I'm actually chowing down a little bit on this pulled pork.
It's not as bad as you thought it would be.
No, it's actually not too bad.
I said that.
It's actually not too bad.
You put up a post about PS1 games, didn't you?
I did, yes. Nice segue. Yes, I was attempting to get a little bit of listener interaction, but unfortunately I don't think we got any interaction.
Well, I was sitting staring at that picture for ages, if that helps.
Like, got, need.
Pretty much, yeah. It's just like, how don't you have these other ones?
But yeah, that was only a snapshot, though, of like little bits and bobs that I have.
You got to have a look at the centrefold to see the rest.
But yes, thank you for bringing that up, Xander. Yeah, we'll go on to that. I put a post, obviously, on the group about PS1 games. Now, obviously, we're all gamers of some description. You know, some of us are hardcore gamers. Some of us we'll dip into it now again. Some of us were hardcore gamers and not so much anymore. That's me, basically.
Yeah, pussy whip fanny.
Gamer.
Eh?
Casual gamer.
I'm unfortunately now a casual gamer.
No, he's not. He's just whipped.
If you say so. But yeah, I don't play games as often as I would like. But obviously, you know, adulthood comes first for me, as does everybody else. But I just don't have that much time to dedicate as much I would like. But when I did used to game a lot, and obviously when I first properly got into gaming was when I got my PS1. God, how old would I have been now? Probably, I think I was in year 8 when I got my PS1. So I've been back to...
So, yeah, how many years old?
That's first year, isn't it? Year 8.
Year 8, yeah.
First year of high school.
No, second year. Second year.
How'd you work out year 8 then? You got 7 primary levels.
Right, okay, no. It works out as second year of high school.
Yeah, because I think first year for us in school is reception, so they go year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4.
Oh, so primary 1 is just reception.
No, you got how would I put it? Reception is basically a longer version of nursery.
Yeah.
Then you go into primary 1, primary 2, primary 3, primary 4, primary 5, primary 6, primary 7, first year, second year, third year, fourth year. You can leave or carry on do your hires in fifth and sixth year, which is counted as our sixth form.
Oh, mine were different. Mine were it was 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then that was it.
Yeah, then you go in your sixth form.
Yeah.
Which counts as up in Scotland is your fifth year and sixth year.
Yeah.
So back in the day, Daz, you were schools would be, if you go and carry on doing your higher O levels, you would have year 12 and year 13, which is now sixth form. They roll it into one year because you do 2 years at sixth form, which is your year 12 and year 13.
Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right to me.
Why the hell did they make it so confusing instead of just primary 1 to 7 and fucking second years 1 to 6?
Because it's
Americanized.
Scotland has a completely different curriculum to England.
Oh, yeah, we're smarter.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, right.
So, up in Scotland, your GCSEs is your standard grades.
That's correct.
So there you go.
But yeah, back to PS1. When I
Jesus Christ, I'm like a translator for Scotland, aren't I?
Yeah, pretty much.
Either, I can tell you both ways.
What did he just say then, Alan? I can't quite understand it.
Get the fuck out of the house, you bastard.
Right, I understood that, yeah.
You wee Tommy Jabber.
An empty.
But yes, but yeah, when I got my PS1 anyway, Rage Racer had just come out, so that probably, if you're into your gaming, that'll sort of give you your timeline of what I'm working with.
14.
About 14, yeah. And yeah, it was like the first console that I really got into. So it's sort of like the one that I get, like, you know, I've got the most nostalgia for, in a way, if you know what I mean. Probably the second weirdest one for me, probably the second one, probably is the Xbox 360. But for, like I say, your first console that I ever got into, it was the PS1. Now, what I want to know is, what are your best memories of playing the PS1? What your favourite games of the PS1 was, and what was the worst PS1 game that you can remember playing? And I'm going to start with Xander.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking ass. Not giving me any thinking time or anything. Best game's easy. It's Metal Gear Solid. It's one of my favourite games of all time. I still play it religiously to this day. I have it on my Vita, I have it on PlayStation 3, I have it on PlayStation 4. I have Twin Snakes on the PC, so...
Twin Snakes on the PC?
Yeah, well, emulator, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Worst game, though. Worst game's hard.
I can think of a few.
I would probably say Parappa the Rapper.
Oh, that was dreadful.
Why, though?
Punch. It's all in the mind.
Oh,
honestly,
God.
No. I don't really like rhythm games that much.
Yeah, you're never really into, when I used to play Guitar Hero, you were never really like, oh, you're fucking playing that shit again.
Yeah, because you should have been playing Forza.
This is true. Hindsight's a wonderful thing.
But I like Persona 4's spin-off on the Vita. It was a rhythm game.
Oh no! They just they re-released it in the Sony sale.
What?
The Persona Dance Off, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
The disco, or whatever. Yeah, they re-released it.
It's awesome, by the way.
Yeah, I know it is, because Matt was playing it with my daughter over the weekend. Which is quite insane, because it got to the point I started taking over and started playing it, because fun memories.
Persona 4's story is amazing, and it just carries it on, so all good there. Worst game, yeah, has to be Parappa the Rapper. I hated it. I have a lot of good memories for the PS1. I remember getting Discworld 2 for the PS1.
Great game.
I've never played it.
Oh, get out.
Discworld 1 and 2 and Discworld Noir are brilliant, mate. If you like Terry Pratchett's Discworld series, they're a must play.
You must have for your collection, although they are quite rare now.
Yeah, my Discworld 1 and 2, they're around £50 to £60 each.
Yeah, I probably won't be getting that anytime soon.
And I've got the original big box PC versions of them as well.
Nice.
But
did the PC
really
version came with a mini graphic novel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Discworld 1 and 2 on the PS1 comes with a little book as well.
Yeah, I remember that. And you got a poster to go with it as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which mine is folded up neatly in its box.
Great.
You can tell he's a collector.
But yeah, mate, you love George R. Martin's work. He was inspired by Terry Pratchett.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to try and get one way of getting to play it one way or another.
They're adventure games like Monkey Island. Yeah, you get the Scum emulator on PC. It's literally Scum with 2 M's, and you can download Discworld 1 and 2.
If you legally own it, obviously.
Well, mate, I legally own 2 copies, so there you
go. But yeah, okay, we'll move on anyway then. Have you got any more memories?
I've got a lot of memories, mate. A lot.
You don't even ask me. How rude.
Yeah, how?
We've not got around to anyone else yet.
Yeah. I don't know. I loved getting demo discs. Everyone did.
Yeah, demo discs was amazing.
Yeah, that was the best
Getting the
bit.
Play Nation magazine and getting all the demo discs.
Yeah.
Do you know what the best bit about some of the official ones were? The cheat disc shit that they used to have on them.
Oh, yeah, or your cheat code books.
Oh,
the books were great.
Remember with the PlayStation magazines, they did this extra thing. It was like indie games on the discs.
Yes. It was Net Your Rose.
Yeah, I still have demo disc 42. It's the one with the Metal Gear Solid demo on it. And it had like 50 or 60 indie games on it. And Boulder Dash was one of them.
Nice. That's worth a few quid now. That might be worth a few quid now, because some do sell. I know I've
never got rid of it, though.
I know what I've got a demo disc that's got the a save file for fully powered up characters in Final Fantasy VIII on the final disc.
Yeah, I remember that one as well.
Yeah, so I've got that one. But yeah, demo discs were amazing.
It just started you in the gardens at the start with everyone at Max.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was fucking amazing.
Are you still eating that?
No, I'm just dicking around with it now.
You want to put your dick in it, you know?
Well, tell you what, Alan, seeing as you're jumping, how about you tell me your favourite and your worst PS1 games plus your favourite memories?
Right, I'll
playing PS1 games.
I'll put to 5 because there's always 5 that I'll always play. The first one was...
No, you're not allowed 5.
No. Gran Turismo 2.
Yeah, that's a given.
Absolute epic.
Yeah. G-Police.
Yeah, I've got that on as well if you look carefully.
Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 8.
Yeah, to a lesser extent.
I don't know. It's more fun.
Yeah. And Tekken 3.
Yeah, Tekken 3 was amazing.
Everyone loved Tekken 3.
Yeah, come on. I still think to this day that was the pinnacle of the series.
Yeah, my worst game on there had to be either Celebrity Deathmatch.
See, I nearly bought that one.
Game, but the problem was doing the moves was nigh impossible.
Oh yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what pissed me off most about the game. It was like, fuck's sake, this is shit. And there was a knockoff version of Ridge Racer knocking around.
What about every wrestling game before SmackDown?
Yeah.
Warzone was good.
Nope.
I like Warzone.
The only console I'll play any wrestling game on at that point was the N64.
Yep.
Yeah, what was it? Warzone.
Warzone was amazing, so was Attitude.
WrestleMania 2000 was fucking amazing as well.
But that was N64.
NWO Revenge on the N64.
No, PlayStation 1 wrestling games before SmackDown were garbage.
They were shite. I mean, SmackDown 1 was alright, but SmackDown 2 blew that one out of the park.
SmackDown 2's infinite career mode was just insane. And then you could just create characters and then throw them into the career mode as well.
Yeah. In fact, you could have like 10 created characters in there at one time.
Yeah.
So you could create a whole fucking stable. It was great.
Hell myself with that one.
Yeah. What about your favourite memories, Alan?
Favourite memories? GTA. The first GTA. I remember getting that on disc, and I remember when the dad goes, right, you got the choice. I'll either buy F197 or GTA. Now, when GTA first came out, it was condemned left, right, and centre. It was 18, but people tried, do you remember they tried to get it banned and all that? Because of running over people and all that. So it was like a toss up between that. So I got it, but then my dad bought it for the PC. So what I did, I traded that in to a mate. It's me and my mate trade it. Are we still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, I've got beats coming up.
Yeah, I heard it as well.
Yeah. So I traded it with my mate for Formula 1 97.
Fair enough.
I had a copy on the PC, so...
I've still got my launch copies of both of them.
See, GTA, I've got the original, like a proper copy of it. The colour disc one. The original label, like the run one. I've got the platinum version of it.
Ugh.
And I've got the collector's edition version of it.
There you go.
So I've got like 1, 2, and London all in like one nice little disc package. It's fucking great.
Another fond memory was getting a chipped PlayStation.
Yeah.
I never got one.
I got a chipped PlayStation with, I think it was something like 1,500 games, and out of all them, about 100 worked. So it was. I only got it for 15 quid all in. Because my mum and mates were selling it.
Fair enough.
All right, I'll get it off you. And able to get the chipped memory cards as well, where you can. It was like all these thousands upon thousands of cheat codes. Yeah,
you stuck it in the back. You could also, what you tend to get with those as well was like a spring where you could actually open the disc up without the disc drawer opening up without the PlayStation thinking it was actually open, so you could actually switch the game out. That's how you used to play copied games. It was like an early version of like a soft mod. Because when you slap that in, you'd open up the game, you start the console up with that on, the disc would stop like a proper game. You swap the proper game out for a copied game, put the lid back on, start the game, boom, it's away.
So something else that cropped up on my On This Day newsfeed, and it was like 5 years ago. We were discussing the cheat way of for Metal Gear Solid, if you remember, with Psychosis.
Oh yes, that goes down in one of my favourite memories. Though was finding out that the roundabout way of it wasn't the roundabout way, it was the only way to beat Psycho Mantis. Was actually you had to unplug your controller and plug it into control port 2.
Or if you're clever, you have both controllers plugged in.
Yep.
Or what was the other one? You're going through the signal coach to find random stations.
Oh, it was not that though, mate. It was like
it says it's on the back of the case.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when, like I say, when you first hear the what was the guy's name that had the heart attack?
President Baker,
that's it, President Baker. When he told you about looking on the back of the CD case, thinking, what? Hang on a minute, what CD case? And you look on your inventory, and there's a CD case in your inventory, and you're just trying everything you can to look at the back of the CD case. You ever tried that? When you first found out, he was like, "How do I look at the back? How do I figure it out?" And then obviously when you like a couple of weeks later, when you've completed the game and you maybe got Meryl's codec by going through every single codec frequency that there was there, which is how I did it, you realise it's on the fucking back of the game case. It's on the fucking back of the game case. The huge Kojima, you utter bastard. It was fucking amazing.
Fondest memory was Pro Evo Soccer.
Yes.
Where you could pretty much score anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a great game. And because they didn't have the rights to names, it was some weird-ass names, but it was like ridiculously close to the actual players' names. Like
David Beckham was known as Buckham.
Yeah, Shearer was known as Was it Cheer or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Clivert, a Curvert, or something like that.
Clivert for Patrick Clivert. It was
something Seek or Seek.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good fun. It was just stupid stuff like that.
I remember saving up my pocket money for fucking months just to get Die Hard Trilogy.
Die Hard Trilogy is a great game, though.
Yeah, and if you get all the cheats for them, you can pretty much choose any mission you want to do.
Yeah.
I didn't cheat when I went through it. I beat it fair and square. Fucking the third one was a nightmare.
100. It was like, do you remember Army Men?
Yes.
They had about 6,000 games, though, didn't they? On the PS1.
So many good ones. On that, Hogs of War.
I've still got that. It's amazing still.
I think I've got it. I've never played it. I've got it, I think, but I've never played it.
What? Oh, mate.
Oh, it's possibly one of the greatest games ever for the PS1.
I'll have to give it a whirl and try and trying to get it. What about you, Darren? What's your favourite PlayStation games?
And
worst.
I once. It was 2 days before Christmas, and
we said we want to know your favourite games, not your life story.
No, wait. This is the story. We went into a Virgin Megastore, and they had no PS1s left. So I'm like, bugger, I want a games console for Christmas. And she was like, there's no PS1s, there's no Dreamcasts or whatever. And there was no Sega Saturns even. So I said, I'll have an N64. So I ended up having an N64. And I didn't play a PlayStation until many years later. My mate lent me his, for some crazy reason. He lent me his PlayStation 1. And he gave me, and you had to do, like what you're just talking about. It was chipped, so to swap games, you had to open it up. And it was just like, the spring broke, and I'm like, what the fuck's someone doing now? I had to get a pen lid.
Good old life hacks with the PlayStation.
I just use Blue Tack.
Yeah. The worst game I played, and like I said, I didn't play many games on it. Being a N64, you had this stick, didn't you? I was so used to playing N64 like that. Played it, got Tomb Raider. Probably going to hate me for this. But I hated it. I was like, I think I played an hour of it and I just couldn't get into it. I was like,
I'm not going to hate you for that. I'm not going to hate you for that.
The first Tomb Raider.
First Tomb Raider was shite.
Yeah,
second one was so much better.
Yeah, definitely.
It was either the first or second. I've never played.
Do you remember the urban myth cheat of getting Lara Croft naked?
Yeah, I remember.
Which one? In the second one, where you had to jump through the fridge in the mansion.
Yeah. There was just loads.
15-year-old me thinking, this is great to see a pixelated and naked woman, but then you buy the bloody son and see a topless woman for 20p.
I'm just stunned you got a console brand new at that age.
Well, I was more a Sega. I was Sega and Nintendo and it wasn't until the PS2 that I became a Sony man.
So, what was your favourite game then?
Favourite game? Oh, probably it's got to be Tony Hawk's. For the amount of times I played
that was a good game.
Played that a lot on the PS1, and I think I played it on the PS2 whenever it came out.
Yeah, I was going to say, to be honest, back at that age, you're learning new things, and with Tony Hawk's, I got into my rock music.
Yeah, it's actually very influential in that sort of thing. So there's a lot of people did get into the rock music because of that game. So I can believe it.
Really? I was into it before that.
I was into it. My dad was my dad was a punk and my mum was a goth. So I always had that sort of music in there. But it's your mum and dad's music, isn't it? You're not interested.
Yeah.
At that age, you fucking. I was what 10, 11 when I got a PlayStation. So it was like, then Tony Hawk's came out. It was like, holy shit, this is a great game. Holy shit, the music's amazing. Holy shit. I mean, next thing, walk around with double D jeans, a massive hoodie, and with, I'm trying to think of, the Tony Hawk's Hawk Emblem t-shirt.
Mm.
Could I fucking skate? Could I fuck?
No.
But I was dressed around like a fucking skater because that's what, you know, at that time, that's what the massive influence was.
Yeah, I can believe it.
But another good game just cropped up in my head, actually, we're talking about shit like this. And it still makes me chuckle now. I played it the other day, actually. Tenchu, Stealth Assassins.
That's a good game.
1 and 2 are brilliant.
I've got number 2.
Yeah. And,
I do actually own number 2.
And it was just like, you know... I quite liked it, and that got me into my Japanese stuff as well. You know, like samurai and ninjas and all that.
Mm.
So, as once again, you know, people say video games are bad for you, but they're not because
open up for culture.
Yeah, they open up your culture. Yeah. It's like kids these days were playing like Persona. A lot of people will snub at anime, but when they start playing stuff like Persona or Sudoku or something like that, they kind of go, "Oh, this is really good. I'm enjoying this. Oh, there's a film. Oh, it's an anime. Oh, what's that? What's that? Well, let's have a look at what other animes there is. Oh, I'm into this now. You know, that sort of thing." That's how my eldest has got into anime.
It's gateways. It's a gateway to that sort of thing, and I do agree with you 100%. I mean, for example, I'm going to get into my PlayStation stuff now. One of my favourite games, and I hope Xander will back me up on this, is the original Le Mans game for the PS1.
Brilliant, isn't it?
It's fucking amazing.
I wish it was multiplayer. I could play it now.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. It's the only PlayStation 1 game where you can actually do the 24 hours of Le Mans.
Wow.
And you can actually blow your machine.
Close to doing the endurance races, didn't they?
Who did?
Yeah.
Grid was really good for Le Mans. It had night and day cycle. Ned, wasn't it you and me that played Grid for fucking ages?
Yeah. And then you crashed in the last hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. we did like a 5-hour endurance race. We obviously scaled it back and he crashed in the last hour and I went and won it, didn't I?
Yep.
Or Forza.
Yeah.
Oh, no, don't get started. Forza, oh, mate. My Bugatti... That was an absolute killer. I ran out of fuel.
That Shelby Cobra you made for us, that was quite good.
Well, my Bugatti Speed 8 ran out of fuel half a lap from the end of the race while leading Ned by 2 laps.
Yeah, and I overtook him and beat him. But
as you know, on Forza, when you run out of fuel, you're fucked.
Yeah, you just stop. But yeah, that's one of my... I remember that playing that. That actually opened up sports car racing to me, and I've been a fan of it ever since. And I still play it every now and again nowadays. And I do have Le Mans for the PS2 as well. So, because obviously on the PS1, it couldn't handle the full length of the racetrack. So they cut the Le Mans racetrack down to half length, didn't they, Xander?
Yeah.
They scaled it down. But on the PS2, it was full length again.
See, you have to ask yourself, now, was that really necessary? Because Hockenheim isn't that much smaller than Le Mans, the original Hockenheim.
Yeah.
Yet, in the F1 games, they managed it.
I don't know.
Well, you can say that with, I don't know, Spider-Man. Do you remember Spider-Man on the PlayStation?
Yes, I do. It was great.
Yeah. They couldn't do the full city because of the amount of coding, so they basically had this dangerous mist going over it.
Same with Silent Hill, though, and they turned it into an effect.
Yeah, I remember.
Which is one of
you know, I played a little bit the first Silent Hill. I have the second one on PS2. I've got the collector's edition, but I have never played it. I've never played Silent Hill all the way through.
It's one of those games where, by accident, the whole mist thing, because they couldn't do the coding properly, and they've added to the atmosphere. And now look at the recent games and the films, and they still use it. One mistake, and then they've made it.
I just always played Resi Evil.
See,
I'm a Resident Evil fan.
Game for the PlayStation.
I couldn't play Resident Evil.
Resident Evil series.
Resi 2, oh, there's a memory. My mum and dad went out for the night and left my sister supposedly babysitting me. I would have been, 11? And I was terrified of that game at that time.
See, mine was my memory mostly was Resi 3 Nemesis.
See, I've got a memory of Resi 3 playing that because I didn't have a memory card at the time. It broke, but I still had Resi 3, and I ended up playing it through to completion without a save. So I remember
just
that.
leave your console on.
Nope, just played it from start to finish.
See, at high school, Paul was in a year below me, so he wouldn't know. You're a Resi fan or you're a Silent Hill fan.
I would have been the Resi fan.
I'd have been a Resi fan as well.
So I enjoyed Resi, I enjoyed the Resident Evil series, but at the same time, I appreciated the atmosphere Silent Hill gave.
Yeah.
Well, you know, in Metal Gear, Silent Hill came on the demo disc, mind.
Yeah.
So that's where I played Silent Hill.
Yeah, it's true. It's actually on the disc, isn't it? So I think I do have a copy of it on one of my Metal Gears. I'm sure I've got a copy of the demo disc.
It came with Silent Hill and a Silent Hill poster, which one of my mates stole off me.
Oh, bastard.
Yeah.
Another one of my favourite games is Rage Racer. Absolutely love that game.
Carmageddon before it was banned.
Yeah,
Carmageddon 2, I played the hell out of, but it was on PC.
Yeah, that game's infinitely better on PC.
Oh, they all are.
But yeah, I enjoyed Rage Race. I mean, that introduced me to, that was me first game I ever played on the PlayStation. So I'm gonna have that up there. But I did enjoy the living shit out of it. I still play it a little bit to this day again.
You know the first game I played on the PlayStation? Destruction Derby.
Do you know what? I've actually got a copy of Destruction Derby 2, which I played recently, and I've just bought the first one digitally as well to play on the PlayStation 3.
Well, there's a question. What is everyone's first game they played on it?
Yeah, well, obviously mine was Rage Racer.
Yeah. Alan, Destruction Derby.
Yeah.
Daz?
I can't think first game of PlayStation 1. It may be Tomb Raider.
Letting Side Down. Mine was Abe's Odyssey.
That's a cracking game.
I have a copy.
Yeah, that was good.
I don't own a PlayStation anymore, but I do have a copy of Abe's Odyssey.
Oh, I might have to partake in that off you one day.
And also copy of GT2, Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3. Final Fantasy the Anthology, Tactics.
Anthology's
7,
worth a fortune, by the way.
7, 8, and 9.
Nice.
I've still got my original PS1.
So I've got two original PSXs. I don't actually have a PS1, which I do want.
I suppose, yeah. I never owned a PS1. The tiny little stupid knockoff pile of crap.
Oh, yeah. That was...
Yeah, I forgot about that there, mate. Sorry.
But yeah,
I still own my original PlayStation from when I was 11 years old.
You see, I got lucky because my mum because I wanted the extra bonus. I wanted the demo disc that you got with the free extended warranty. My mum sent off for an extra 6 months warranty on it and got it. My PlayStation died 2 weeks before the warranty ran out, so I got a brand new PlayStation. So I can't actually say that I would have my original one because it died, but that one lasted. God, it must have lasted 10 years.
Well, I have up in my mum's attic. I have my Commodore 64 when I first got it, my Master System, my Master System 2, my Mega Drive 2, my PlayStation 1, and somewhere, I think she still has it, I'm not too sure because I can't remember seeing it up there, my Dreamcast.
Nice, I've still got my Dreamcast, mate. But mine's, like I said, mine's a Generation 1 Dreamcast without the copyright protection on it. So I've got loads of backup games.
But no, it was like my mum the other day asked. She was upstairs in the attic clearing shit out. I was saying, do you want to sell these or do you want to take them back home? So I've got no space for them at home. I says, no, is there any chance I can keep them up there for a later date? She's like, yeah, that's not a problem.
Yeah, keep them for a rainy day. Absolutely. I'm trying to think if there's any more games that I enjoyed playing that have not been mentioned. Probably the original Formula 1 game, not the one based on the 1995 season. That's probably one of my most favourite F1 games of all time.
It was really good, but I enjoyed 97 more.
Well, 97 was great. Don't get me wrong. I just prefer the more variety that's in 95.
Yeah.
I think I just prefer the variety of it.
Right, I'm going to throw this one out now. You're going to like this. Super Bishi Bashi and Hyper Bishi Bashi Special.
Yeah, I've got them.
Point Blank 1, 2, and 3.
You've played them all. They are great.
No idea.
The only problem is now I don't have an old-fashioned. I don't have an old-fashioned telly. So
Daz, what do you mean you have no idea? You've never heard of the Point Blank series?
No, what he just Alan said.
What,
Yeah.
Super Bishi Bashi and Hyper Bishi Bashi.
Yeah.
They're the two most addictive games that you'll come up with blisters.
Right, that's it. Because I've got Bishi Bashi Special. We are going to have a challenge one day between Lost Start podcasters. So I hope Coxy is listening. I'm going to crack out a PlayStation, and we're going to have ourselves. We're going to
for PlayStation.
I do apologise, Xander.
Is that what you call it?
We're going to have a bit. We're going to have a Alan. We're going to have a bash off.
Yeah, boy.
Bash off with your PlayStation.
I'll tell you what then. I'll
Is
try
that
and
what
find
you call
a
it?
copy of Track and Field.
Oh, I've got one.
Oh, we're sorted.
Yeah.
This is all round.
Yeah. That was one of the games I was going to bring up as well because I remember discovering the pencil of power. If you remember what I mean. You rub the pencil across the buttons.
WWF Warzone with us.
I've got Warzone as well, mate. I've got Warzone.
There's another game. The first game that I ever got, apart from Command and Conquer, of like the strategy, Warzone 2100.
That's such a good game.
I think I've got it.
Command and Conquer, I used to drive my mum nuts. All she constantly says, all that thing says is building.
Building
complete.
You know, in Tiberian Sun, you know the enemy computer, Cabal?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. When I had my old PC and Windows XP, I had that as a startup. When it says, at the beginning, it says initializing startups, was it startup sequence
initiated?
Yeah, I had that as my startup tune for the PC.
You lot know that you can get Command and Conquer, Red Alert, Tiberian Sun, and Red Alert 2 all for free now.
How?
On Command and Conquer's website.
Oh, I'll have to look it up.
Oh, guess what I'm doing when I finish this?
Yeah, because I can do. I'll be able I will be able to run them on this antique. So
yeah.
So I'll be getting them because I did. I had many.
What website is that?
Command and Conquer's website.
Website, right.
So I'll have to look it up. I'm trying to think if there's any.
It was one of the first games to use live action footage, wasn't it?
One
of them, yeah.
Speaking of live action footage, I know we're going to segue a bit off PS1 games here a bit, but are you aware of a game that's been re-released because of its 25-year anniversary? And you're talking about live action.
What?
Night Trap is being re-released on the PlayStation Network. The Sega CD amazing game that it was. I would be willing to give it a whirl.
Fortunate of when Matt comes round, he always brings his PS Vita and his PS4. So it'd be a case of, right, what can we download today?
There's a lot. The thing about the PlayStation game, there is a lot of free-to-play games out there.
Exactly.
Hell of a lot.
We picked up G Police for it was something like £3. Yeah,
it's dirt cheap. Some of it.
Because G Police was something like 167 missions or something.
Yeah, it's quite a lot.
We basically one night did about 80 of them.
Tell you what, I'm going to end this on one of the games that I played to death repeatedly and ended up just getting obsessed with the game. And I'm hoping Xander's played it as well, and I'm sure he has. Colony Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what a game that was. One of those underrated games on that console. The original Colony Wars. Not Vengeance, because Vengeance was okay, but it weren't as good as the first one, and less said about Red Sun, the better.
Oh, what was... They made a film of it with Freddie Prinze Jr.
Wing Commander.
Wing Commander. Do you remember that?
I've never played it. I know of it.
Oh.
Isn't the Wing Commander film based on the Wing Commander games?
Yeah.
I was going to say.
An actual rip-off from it, completely. It was one of the first game to film ever released.
I've got Wing Commander 1 and 2 on big box PC. Wing Commander 3 got given away on PC on Origin for free a wee while ago.
Oh, nice. What a game.
Origin gives away free games every month.
Yeah, I know. I get like invites. Please download this, but I'm sitting there going, my hard drive won't take it. It's already full of games as it is.
Yeah.
I've got 4.
Yeah, I've only got a laptop.
So yeah, the laptops aren't the best unless you got a specifically designed one. That's not the best. But yeah, any of you guys got any topics you want to talk about before we close the show out?
I'm all happy. I'm kind of happy that we've ended on a really good high with memories.
What about you, Darren? I'm going
to ask the wife. What was PlayStation? What was the game you remembered the most? Crash Bandicoot.
Of course. How come no one's mentioned that?
Because it wasn't a favourite. It's just amazing.
It's a great game.
Oh, they are doing an HD re-release of Crash Bandicoot though on PS4.
Yeah, 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah,
and it's on my Amazon wish list already.
Yeah, it's the missus wants it, and that says something to you right there. And she's not into a gaming whatsoever. But the thing is, though, to sum up on the PlayStation 1, and this sums it up brilliantly, the fact that we've all missed out Crash Bandicoot. How many good games are on that console?
That's such a great console.
Exactly.
It's one of these consoles, right? Because the console war didn't really start until PlayStation, Xbox shenanigans happened.
I'm going to stop you there because that's bull. Because there was
Mega Drive and SNES.
Yeah, there was a massive nuclear.
But the difference was that if you wanted to play like a SNES game, you go to your mate. I always remember doing this when I was in primary school. It's like, I'll swap you my SNES from Mega Drive for a couple of days so I can play this game. So when I was growing up, the competition wasn't really there. Only competition started coming in when the PS2 and the Xbox. For me, because that's when everyone goes, "Oh, the Xbox is better," because there was cross-platform games.
Yeah, in a way, I get what you're saying. I'd say the console war became nuclear when the Sony came on board. I would say I agree with you to that much, but I wouldn't say it was originally. It was just started when Sony and Microsoft came along.
Well, back then you never had any crossover games.
No, you're right, because they weren't compatible whatsoever in any stretch or form. The way the consoles worked were completely different, so it wouldn't really work as well. That's why there's different ports and different machines have different things. It's less so nowadays.
You wanted to play, like, say, SNES. You wanted to play Star Fox. And but your mate wanted to play Mega Drive game.
Super Monaco Grand Prix.
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah, so you go, right, I'll borrow your console for a couple of days. You can borrow my console for a couple of days. That's how I remember growing up.
Yeah, there was a lot more exclusives back in the day. A hell of a lot more exclusives.
There wasn't a Call of Duty out every day.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, that's a great moment. Have anyone seen the video for the new Call of Duty?
I
haven't.
Don't you want it?
Yes.
I haven't wanted a Call of Duty for years.
All for the fact, because they've gone back how they used to be. Call of Duty was always a World War II game. Now, a lot of people who are Battlefield 1 hard nuts saying, they've just ripped off World War 1. And I've gone, no, I love my Battlefield games, but they've gone back to how they used to be.
Exactly.
You've got to remember their first Call of Duty game was what?
Call of Duty, the first one, I remember, that's the first game I ever played online on the PC.
That was on PS1, wasn't it?
No, the first Call of Duty. No,
that was Medal of Honor.
Mate.
Yeah, I think it was Medal of
Honor. Right, your first Call of Duty was a World War II shoot 'em up. Call of Duty 2, which went massive on the Xbox 360 and the PS2. Am I right on that? Yeah.
No, Call of Duty 2 came out on PC. Call of Duty 2 also came out in the 360.
That
but
was it.
the PS2 versions and
Was
the
it the big
original
red?
Called
Xbox
Big Red?
versions, yeah, it was like cut down versions.
Yeah, they've gone back to follow that storyline again because they're following the first army.
Good, because
Known
there
as
were
the Big
great
Red.
storylines.
Yeah, known as the Big Red.
Ned, did you watch the trailer for that?
I haven't.
Get watching it. It's absolutely stunning.
It's Saving Private Ryan-esque of a trailer.
Fair enough.
The beginning of Medal of Honor, it was identical to that.
Well, Medal of Honor Allied Assault came out on PC, and that just blew up. It was amazing. And that company then split off to become Infinity Ward, and that's how Call of Duty was formed.
Ah, the more you know.
So I'll give him that. Now, remember, I lost my interest after Modern Warfare 3.
I lost interest before that. It was the original Black Ops was the last one I bought.
Yeah.
Well, I was in game the other day, and
Congratulations. Move on.
It was 20 quid for Infinite Warfare and 25 quid for Advanced Warfare.
Because it's shit. Because someone posted.
I wasn't sure which one was which.
Yeah.
Which is the latest one.
There's 3 futuristic games. There's Advanced Warfare.
Yeah.
There's Black Ops 3, and then there's Infinite Warfare. Advanced Warfare is a Sledgehammer game, if I remember rightly.
It is, yeah.
Black Ops 3 is Treyarch, and Infinite Warfare is Infinity Ward.
Yeah. So, well, I was about to say, someone put. Well, I've got forum sites all over the place on Facebook, and someone was saying, "Oh, I'm sure if you download, get like bonus content for your first day download or stuff like that you'll get a jump pack." It was like, no, kids these days don't understand where Call of Duty originally came from.
No.
And that's what infuriated me the most. I'm saying, like, oh, it's a rip-off of Battlefield 1. It's like, no, it's not.
Stupid kids, eh?
You don't.
You
should be
just want
fucking
to wring
playing
their
it.
neck and then beat their head off a rock.
Well, kids should be fucking playing it anyway.
No, I'm a massive Battlefield fan. As I said, Battlefield 1 is sublime. It is absolutely an amazing game. And I don't see how they've ripped it off. They basically looked at the errors of the ways and go, right, where have we gone wrong? Okay, we kind of pushed it too far. We've made it too much like Titanfall.
Well, this will be Sledgehammer again that's doing this Call of Duty since it's at the start of its 3-year cycle again. So this game has been in development for 3 years.
Yeah.
Battlefield 1 just came out last year.
Yeah, that was in development when Battlefield 4 first came out.
No, because they had to put it off, remember?
Yeah, the creator, the director of it, is saying we're doing something completely different. This is why it's been so long for a Battlefield game.
Battlefield 4, for a year, they were fixing it.
Oh, yeah, they were fixing on with it, but they had a specialised team where they're going, right, what can we do that's completely different and that we don't have out there? And what's coming up? Oh, World War I centenary. Right, let's have a game for that. So they were developing it on par with keeping the patches going for Battlefield 4 because it was such a success.
Fair enough.
I never played one after the beta.
No, I enjoyed it. It's a sublime game. If you actually, because it isn't storylines as such. It's, I'd say it's co-educational because it's explaining. You can't recreate something like that again, no matter what it says. Well, yeah, that's different. That's Blackadder. Slap me a Fisher. What was it? Slap me with a kipper. I'll be home for tea or something. But
that's Red Dwarf.
Yeah. Smoke me a kipper. I'll be back for breakfast.
I know that's Aces at Ace.
No, but
Ace Rimmer
went, how can we do something for kids these days to understand what kids at their age back in the 17 from 1912 to 1918 went through.
See, I'm with Ned what he said before, but kids shouldn't be playing some of these games.
I know. But when I say kids, right, I mean anything from the ages of 18 upward to 25. That period.
No. Even you know yourself. There's fucking 12, 13-year-olds that get this because their parents don't give a shit.
And all they do is scream down the microphone, screaming how many times I've fucked your mum.
Now,
like those
I'm going to hold
ones.
that there. I'd let Luke buy Battlefield 1 on the premise that he understood the storyline first before he dived into multiplayer mode. He's 13, but he has a good head on his shoulders and he understands where I was coming from because he completed it. Said that was brilliant, and he goes, "Why was it brilliant?" And he goes, "Not because of the explosions or big bangs, because you are that person, and you have a storyline behind it, not a, right, this is Private Fred, you're going to go and blow up this, you're going to do that, and you're the super soldier and all this shit." He understood where I was coming from with it.
Well, I'm a bigger dick. My son's coming up 11, and for his 11th birthday, I've got him Borderlands, a pre-sequel.
So, that's you just being awesome.
Well, you was going to say something like you've got him sore or something like that.
No,
I was half expecting Xander to go full blown knobhead. He goes, "Do you know what I've got him? I've got the new Paw Patrol game for him."
No, I'll give that for Luke. He has no interest in whatsoever in like any horror films or anything like that. Or, he goes, "Oh, I want to watch this because it's an 18." He was like, he was all up for Deadpool the film, and then he found out it was 15, and he got a bit upset. So they go, "But I've read all the comics. I enjoy the comics." It was like, "Yeah, but it's a 15, Luke," and he kind of got really pissed off about it. So I don't understand. If I can pick up a comic and buy it on the shelf, and he goes, "I can guarantee it's 3 times gorier in the comic than it is on the film." He says, "Why can't I go and see that film?" I says, because he couldn't, because remember, Luke suffers from Asperger's, and he couldn't see the logic. So he was like, that makes no sense.
Yeah, I got the same with Jack. I got exactly the same as for Deadpool and for Suicide Squad.
Yeah, so he also got upset about Suicide Squad because he wanted to go to cinema, so that says you can't. And he was like, "Oh, that's unfair." So, I bought both copies for him for his birthday and Christmas. I just went, "There you go, that's yours. You watch it." And he goes, "I really enjoyed that, but I still prefer the comics."
See, because Jack's younger, I haven't even let him watch the Blu-rays of it yet.
Yeah, so I'll say it's all perception of age and how you think you'll handle that situation.
But my kids don't care about age limits on films. They don't see something and say, "Oh, I want to watch that." I mean, our youngest, he's our middle one, I keep forgetting. He keeps wanting to watch Jaws and Deep Blue Sea just because they've got sharks in them.
Yeah, no,
he really doesn't care. It's just like, "But I want to see it, sharks." And he just throws a hissy fit and starts crying at me when I say no.
It was like when I was growing up, and I always say, "Oh, I want to see this because it's an 18," and it was like a Jean-Claude Van Damme film, like AWOL or Cyborg, because it was an 18, and I wanted to watch it because it was that. But Luke's got a good head on his shoulders, and I'm very, very proud of him for it. To be honest, he doesn't want to see it because of that. He wants to see it because he wants to see the storyline. He doesn't care about gore and blood or anything. That's why I let him loose in the anime. Because, he won't take it to heart, that sort of thing. It's like go and act it out on his mates or something.
This is the thing where I think... Sorry, go on. But this is where, like I say, age ratings completely changed, I think, nowadays. Whereas, like, for example, a PG film nowadays, something like, fucking Cars, the film Cars, is a PG film. Now, I discussed this on the last podcast with Coxy. Well, like I say, the film Cars is a PG. It's actually a PG. But Jurassic Park is also a PG and has a man bitten in fucking half.
Mate, Jaws is a 12.
There you go.
I knew Jaws was quite low.
Oh, well, have you heard the new theory is about cars? That they reckon the cars killed the humans and that's why there's no humans about.
But it's a Disney film, mate. You can't even think like that.
You can't.
No, it's an actual YouTube video. I'll see if I can find it, but it's an actual YouTube video.
That's called content, Darren.
Yeah, that's called someone's looking in conspiracies and believing that aliens are going to take one of these days.
Not a proper theory, but it was like, one of those... Well, that's what a theory is.
That's just like saying Art and Senna fucked a snail and that's why we've got Turbo.
That's brilliant. That is fantastic. That
Crazy.
is quote of the night right there.
Oh, that's how Senna died, because the said snail was on his suspension and jammed his wheel.
But no, you can't look at it like that going, oh, well, there's no humans because of this. No, there's no humans in this because it's about a fucking car.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. It's like watching... I'm trying to
crazy YouTube videos.
That's like watching...
like 1:30, 2 in the morning, and a crazy YouTube video comes in, and you're like, yeah, watch that.
Yeah, it's like the same theory for saying that Budgie the fucking helicopters are alive and sentient because he's killed all the humans.
Yeah, there's humans in that. I'm trying.
Yeah, but they're the last remaining survivors have kept him alive for breeding purposes.
But no, I'm trying to think of. I can't think of anything on the top of my head really that has anything else. But like
Crocodile Dundee is a 15. I mean, we all grew up watching Crocodile Dundee. All of us when we were kids.
This
Surely,
is true.
my God.
Yeah, everyone's seen Crocodile Dundee.
It's a fucking 15. How do you get that?
Terminator 2. Tell me as a child you never saw Terminator 2.
Yeah?
Of course it did when it came out.
Right. I'll throw this one into the mix, right? I could watch Terminator 2 quite happily, not a problem when I was a kid, right? I couldn't watch Ghostbusters 2. Just for one reason. What freaked me out the hell was when the baby escaped. You know, when he throws the baby out with the ghost.
That's awesome.
Shit out of me when I was a kid.
When Peter McNichol rides away on it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I remember as a kid watching the original House of Wax?
Fucking hell, mate.
Yeah, I know.
I can top that. Hamburger Hill. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was watching that at the age of 8.
Fucking hell.
It's educational, though.
That was my dad's one, because my dad wanted to watch it one day. My mum's like, no, you can't. It's like, it's an 18. And he's like, oh, well, I'll watch it. It's fine. So I'm walking around. This guy's got his fucking head blown off. And shit like that. And I'm sat there going, that's cool. But I'm not going to go and react to it at school, or anything like that, because that's just weird.
Fucking hell.
Well, I seen the 2 Alien movies when I was really young as well.
Yeah, I saw the first Alien film. It was at my mate's house. I think I was 6, 7 at the time. And I go to watching this because what is it? It's Alien. And it's got an alien in it. All right, yeah, I'll put it on. And all of us was shitting bricks when John Hurt gets his stomach ripped apart. He shot. I couldn't sleep that night.
See, I remember having visions, and I couldn't remember what it was from when I was a child. I couldn't remember it, but I must have seen towards the end of Aliens, because I remember very vividly John Bishop getting ripped in half. And I couldn't remember for the life of me what film it was from. I just remember seeing this guy get ripped apart with white blood. I was like, what the fuck?
It's weird though. It was like I don't know. When I was a kid, I could quite happily sit through like Hamburger Hill or another great Navy SEALs and stuff like that. People getting shot to shit. But can I watch Dark Crystal and Labyrinth because I got fucking petrified because of this fucking puppet and stuff like that.
Not scared of mutilated bodies, but Jim Henson puppets. Oh, you're away.
Yeah, exactly.
That fucking elbows are cunts.
Fraggle Rock came on and you were greeting.
Exactly.
Oh, do you know what?
Let's sit through there and watch guys getting ripped to shreds or heads blown off and all that jazz, and fucking a puppet comes on and I'm petrified of it. What the fuck?
Alan, do you know what? I can watch Candyman, I can watch Nightmare on Elm Street, I can watch Jason, but when that fucking Zippy comes on screen, I need to hide.
My point exactly.
Because Alan doesn't like playing with his twagger.
but no, it was serious. It was like it made no sense. I look about it now. I'm thinking, why do I hate it? Why? So it's just one of those things.
I just think you've got an irrational hatred for Zippy and Bungle.
I was able to watch like Predator and stuff. Fraggle Rock's awesome.
It's absolutely brilliant.
I was able to watch Predator and Alien and Lethal Weapon, all that kind of stuff when I was really young.
Yeah, because your parents grew, your parents watched it because
Predator's one of my favourite movies still, But when it came to, I think it's Return of the Grizzly, it's a Disney movie. And to this day, I don't like bears.
No, another good one. I refuse point blank to have a copy in this house of Watership Down.
Oh, yeah. My sister hated Watership Down as well for that reason.
That was, yeah.
I refuse point blank. Lucy was like, well, get it for the kids, I'll like it. With the fucking not.
Do you know Channel 5 got like thousands?
Mortify them.
Channel 5 got, I think they got like 500 complaints for showing Watership Down. Well. Yeah, they showed Watership Down in daytime TV.
What about Animals of Farthing Wood?
That was horrific.
I still have nightmares.
Watched Animals of Farthing Wood every time it came on. It's just like, who's going to die now?
This is it. It's a fucking Walking Dead for children, isn't it?
Who was it? Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. When the badger gets caught and everyone goes, oh no, that's it, he's dead. And it's like, no, he's been nursed to life back in some farmer's house. And he starts having an argument with a cat, and the cat tries to scratch him to death and all this stuff. And it was like, what the fuck am I watching?
Which one got run over, mine? Because they were too slow on the road.
Was it the mice?
No. It was a bigger one. It was like a hedgehog or something.
It was one of those really impactful ones. I remember that.
Do you know what? Do you know if you got
your kids? They actually released, we were talking about a couple of weeks back on here about every 2 weeks released magazines. They actually did an Animals of Farthing Wood one.
Did they?
God.
Yeah, it's worth looking up. You've got to find it.
Darren's just shared something.
Yep.
Oh, that's what's he put?
Have a look. What's he put?
I don't know. My download.
He's watching it on YouTube. You sad bastard.
No, go buy the DVD set.
Go buy the VHS.
Right. I'm going to share a video with you guys on the group chat. I'm going to put it in Xander's thing as well. You need to watch it at some point, very, very soon. Possibly when we, in a minute, wrap up the show.
We were supposed to wrap up the show half an hour ago, then we just got talking.
Yes, I know, this is it. This is what it's all about. But apparently, I've just shared with the guys, Death Scenes, Animals of Farthing Wood. It's 7 minutes long. It's 7 minutes long. Bearing in mind, this was on CBBC.
No. I think you were right, though. It is The Walking Dead of kids' TV.
Yeah, it was. Although that massive bombshell of realisation that we've been basically watching Walking Dead as children. We're going to wrap up there. Thank you guys for coming on tonight.
No worries. The pheasant's crying.
I'm pretty sure that's one of the reasons why I was a vegan for like so many years. I couldn't eat for years.
Shot, didn't they?
Yeah.
Are you watching the video now, Zan?
Yeah.
I couldn't eat meat for years because of that.
Oh, the thorn bush, that's brutal as fuck. Seriously, it's just fucking mice all skewered in the thorn bush.
Oh, dear God.
Oh, it was hedgehog.
Oh, it's the rabbit. Oh, he's going through the thorns. Oh, the mice with spines.
How brutal is that?
And the kestrel's eating it. What the hell? The rabbit gets shot as well. That's it.
This is kids' television from 20 years ago, ladies and gentlemen.
The hedgehog scene. This is what I was saying to us.
Because he's all confused. That's right.
Fuck me.
And now they watch fucking Paw Patrol.
No wonder the bloody
Oh, they both died.
That was Weasel dying. Oh no!
Oh no! The squeaky wheel. Where's the blood on the wheel?
Is this bringing flashbacks?
This is horrible. This is bringing back bad memories. What the hell? This is a scary fox person that eats. Oh, there's the gun. But they're shooting the deer now. I remember that.
We had the best cartoons when we were growing up, didn't we?
Oh yeah,
Fucking
definitely.
Thundercats and He-Man and fucking...
Holy shit, there's a full blood scene as well when the deer gets shot.
Oh! And on this bombshell, I think we're going to have to wrap up before Alan starts having a moment.
Everyone listening needs to go watch Animals of Farthing Wood death scenes.
Yeah, I'm going to put the link in the group. I'm actually right.
The female fox dies with the cubs all round looking round. Oh,
I'm going to have to put what I'll do on the podcast description, I'm going to put the link in there.
Oh no, this is horrible.
It will.
Why? Why have you done that to me?
You did
I'm
put out
going to sit here. I'm going to go to sleep now. I'm just going to sit here and cry and rock myself to bed
while watching the video on loop. It's like, why?
I'm going to have to share this now. This is sad.
Right, anyway, on that note...
You are a bastard.
On that note, I've been Paul the Bastard Flinders.
And I've been the sulky Alan Morrison.
I've been Animals of Farthing Wood, Xander.
And I've been Darren. Laughed today down at Fraggle Rock.
And Coxy was Coxy when he was here. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you and good night.